Hello everyone, I'm Cyseal and welcome to Divinity Original Sin Enhanced Edition. Another Let's Play that will be featuring on the channel. This is a Might Magic type game. It's a tactical turn-based action RPG game made by Lawrence Studios. It's published and developed by them. They're a company based off, I believe, somewhere in Europe. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what it was when I looked it up. The game features you start out with you create two characters, and then as you progress through the storyline, you gain two more companions at a party total of four. We will be playing the explorer mode. Actually, we will do classical mode. You play as two soul hunters that are sent to a town called Citadel, or yeah, Citadel, I think. Cyrodiil, I'm sorry, Cyrodiil, to investigate a murder on a member of the council was murdered, and our order feels that it has something to do with um the thing that they fear is source, which is renegaded mages. For our characters, we're going to take me as Randy and the lovely Cheyenne that always appears on the channel. I'm going to make my character. Well, there's a few classes. We got Waver, Witch, Wizard, Battle Mage, Cleric, Enchanter, Fighter, Inquisitor, Knight, Ranger, and Rogue, and Shadowblade. I am going to be a Battle Mage, and Miss Cheyenne is going to be a Cleric. I've played this quite a bit. The Enhanced Edition is a re-release. It came out last year to the original Divinity Original Sin. The difference between it is they add some stuff. They added voiceovers. They added a bunch of new items and spells. But I've only played probably like the first about 4 hours of the game. So this game is very exploration based. You got to do a lot of reading. It doesn't exactly tell you where to go and what to do. You just basically got to go on your quest, and you get a quest log that you have to just use as a reference. So I'm gonna go ahead and customize my character. I'm gonna give him no AI personality. We're gonna keep give him a wizard voice. Skin color. I'm gonna keep uh, satin sand looks all right to me. Head. Um. Ooh, some tribal paint. Looks like. Oh, we can even change our icon. See if we can. Let's do a hair real quick. Whoa, look at that afro. Afros, man. Afro, man. Go ahead and give me the, yeah, there we go. Some long hair. Some long hair. Let's go ahead and see if we can match up our icon with it. Doesn't really look like we can really match it up very well. So let's go over here. Back to, yeah, let's keep it there. Now let's go ahead and give, alright. Keep the jet black hair. Doesn't really look jet black. Oh wow, this is some bright hair colors. I'm always fancying the black. Let's go to Raven's wing. That blackish bluish hair looks pretty badass. We can go to customize. We have abilities. We got weapons. There's bow, crossbow, dual wielding, single handed, two handed, and wand. And then we have defense. There's armor specialist, bodybuilder, shield specialist, and willpower. And then for skills, there's aeriology, expert marksman, geomancer, Hydrospheric, Men-at-Arms, Pyronetic, Scoundrel, and Witchcraft. And then you got personality. There's Bartering, which looks like it increases items from the traders are at a cheaper discount, and you get more for what you sell. Charisma determines the first impression you make on other people and your talent for charming and intimidating and reasoning. Then there's the leadership. Leadership will give you boost to party members and friends that can see you. And then lucky charm. Lucky charm determines your luck in finding extra treasure and improves your offense rating, which is really nice. Then we got craftsmanship. We got blacksmithing, which allows us to repair. It says blacksmith allows you to repair your own items. The more you invest, the faster you'll work. Required to create and improve metal enchants, weapons, and armor. There's crafting. Crafting determines what you can craft and the quality of your crafting items. The more invested it is, the faster you can craft. And there's lore master. Lore master allows you to examine enemies and identify items. The more invested in it, the more in depth your intel. So that means we can get more detailed information on the enemies, so we can know, their armor rating, how much health they have, weaknesses to elements. And then there's also telekinesis. Telekinesis, you can move items from a distance. The higher your telekinesis score, the heavier the item you can telepathically lift, and the further you can move them. This game features a cool physics where you can pick up objects like barrels and crates, and you can move them out of your way. You can pick up explosive barrels or oil barrels and throw them and create a pool of oil. With the oil, you can actually cast a fire ability onto it and set it ablaze to make traps and set up ambushes and whatnot. And then there's nasty deeds: lockpicking, pickpocketing, and sneaking. So more points in sneaking allows you to be able to sneak without being detective. Pickpocketing allows you to successfully pick stuff out of people's pockets, and then lockpicking allows you to be able to pick doors and chests and how fast it does so. And then there's talents, a bunch of gives us opportuneness, gives the ability to perform attacks of opportunities. What a rush increases your turn action points and maximum action points by 2 when your vitality is below 30%. Which, as a battle mage, I've already gone through all these, so as we get them, we won't I won't get really too far into this. But I'm going to take thick skin opportunist. Opportunist, basically, when you're in combat and you're fighting something and they try to run away from you, if they're in your vicinity aura or your radius, and they try to move through that radius of your character, you have an opportunity. You have a chance to make attack of opportunity, which you can, as they're running past, you can use your weapon and hit them and cause them damage. I'm going to take thick skin because since we're a battle mage and we do man-at-arms plus spells, this gives us extra armor equal to our man-at-arms skill ability plus 5. So our skills? Our man-of-arms is 1, so we'll get a 6 bonus rating to our armor. Okay, I think the stats look pretty nice for the roll. Too bad you can't re-roll these. For spells, everybody starts out with 3 spells when you create your character, but you can also alter these. Witchcraft is kind of like necromancer school. Then there's the pyrokinetic, which is fire. Which there's burning touch or flare. Which I'm gonna go with flare because flare is amazing. And I'm gonna keep the crushing fist. Crushing fist is basically a enormous fist smashes your enemies and knocks them down, dealing 4 to 5 crushing damage. And it has a 90% chance to set knockdown status for 2 turns, so it knocks someone out. And for witchcraft, what do we got? We got Mellocation. Discretion weakens and curses enemies. 90% chance to cast cursed status for 3 turns. 100% to 10% from low intelligent. 90% chance to set weakening, which I'm guessing weakening reduces. Weaken lowers a target's damage by 50%. Curse lowers a target's chance to hit by 30. Ooh, that's kind of nice. Then there's Oath of Discretion. Bestows a damage boost upon an ally. Damage of target increased by 40% when cast. It's got a 90% chance to do that. The higher intelligence, the higher the chance it will be successful. And then there's Vampiric Touch. Heal yourself with the life force of someone else, damaging them for 11 to 12 piercing. And it has a 190% chance to heal 15 vitality. That's a nice ability. But I would probably go with the Oath, just to give us a boost. Everything here looks pretty nice, except for I'm going to change. Single-handed is going to be good. Shield Specialist is good. Yeah, his skills and his abilities are good, so we'll accept that. And then we'll go to Cheyenne. Cheyenne, let's get her.
Perhaps there must be a way to spring this trap safely.
I'm gonna kind of give her the white skin looks pretty good. Okay, change up her. Let's give her the little jewel on the forehead. Get her hair going. I like that. Yeah, let's give her red hair. Ah, she looks sexy. Let's see if we can find a red hair look for her. Ah, there we go. Everything else looks good. Now let's go to customize. She's gonna start out with single-handed. Armor Specialist, which she gets a +3 armor rating and a negative 20% movement penalty. The heavier armor you have, the bigger the movement penalty you suffer, which I'm going to suffer quite a big penalty at the beginning until we level up. And she's taken Hydrophysic, or Hydrosophic. So I do apologize to everybody. I am not the greatest at pronunciation. I rather suck at it. And she's also going to take Man of Arms. And then for her abilities, Strength 7, Intelligence 6, looks pretty good for her attribute points. I really don't like to mess with attribute points in RPGs, even though I love RPGs, because it's tendency to easily mess these up. And she's got Regeneration, which heals 13 vitality on a target for 13 turns, or for 13 vitality on a target for 3 turns. And then Melee Power Stance increases both the damage of your melee attacks and your movement speed at the cost of precision. And it's a toggle. And then there's Divine Light. Sets the warm status and decreases target's willpower and bodybuilding within the spell. What else does she have? Cure Wounds. Oh yes, definitely gonna take Cure Wounds. We're gonna keep the Regeneration, and instead of Melee Power Stance, we're gonna give her Encourage. Encourage has a 90% chance to set Encouraged for 3 turns, which Encourage boosts target strength, dexterity, intelligence, and constitution stats by 1%. And that looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with what we have. We're going to go ahead and get into the main game.
In the days of old, the sorcerers of Rivellon cured the sick and healed the wounded through a great power called Source. But a terrible darkness invaded the land, and Source was forever tainted. The sorcerers who once healed now only destroy, and madness has overtaken them. A few brave Source hunters are all that stand between Rivellon, a and the dark power that threatens to destroy it. Wherever source appears, hunters follow.
Rise and shine, Master Source Hunters. The captain wants you up on deck. Hear them calls? Means we're close to shore. I don't ever you going there, Master Source Hunters. City's full of undead, hungry enough for blood. But you're supposed to investigate that murder, ain't you? They say it's Source that did the Counselor in. Source in a city like Cyseal, nowhere safe anymore. Here they are, Captain Sir.
God's blessings on you, hunters. You'll be happy to hear we've reached Cyseal. But there's trouble offshore, so we'll have to sail in carefully. Here, have a look. Those are orc ships, and they're blocking our passage. We'll get you as close to the city as we can, and drop you off in the beach. Be wary now. Orcs are on the attack. Undead have closed every route out, and there's a sorcerer on the loose. If we're to get justice for the Counselor, you'll have to keep your wits about you. May the luck of the gods be with you both, Source Hunters.
Alrighty then, we are now officially here. After that wonderful and courageous intro. And on top of the intro, I have to make some minor adjustments and corrections. The city that we're going to, the town, is Cyseal, not the other horrible one that I was thinking. Which is alright. Not too bad. Let me just go ahead and actually let's leave everything. Like I said before, I have played this game before. And this game do autosave. This game kinda
If I didn't know there were orc ships
Rated,
raiding
no.
to the west, I'd mistake this for a placid beach.
At least the orcs make a bit of noise when they attack. It's
Ooh,
dark
29
green
gold in that
sorcerers
area.
that'll strike with neither warning nor mercy.
from like the last time I played this game, it's really hard to come across money in this game. Money is a very scarce resource, and from what I've learned is you want to, at least one of your companions, you want to get at least one thief so you can run around and ransack people's stuff, make lots of gold. But if you check the beaches and everywhere, there's shells and bones and stuff, and it sells, and money adds up. Money does definitely add up.
Corpse?
Ooh, dead body.
What's it doing here alone?
What? Did you expect it to have an entourage?
Go and look at the body. Traveler's Journal. By the looks of it, this book took a tumble down some cliffs. Pick that up. Go into inventory and let's go ahead and read this. Junar 21. Rejoice, for the statues have granted my wish. Their whimsical nature, however, must not be taken lightly. So before I soar through the sky like an eagle, I shall attempt a mere hop from the cliffs down at the beach. This should be a small feat for the man that can fly. If this experiment is successful, the sun shall be my next target. Log entry. We got a new log entry, which is over here. We got some quests. We're ready for our first assignment. It seems the murder of Counselor Jack is a clear-cut case of sorcery, and we're ready to nab the perpetrator. We landed on the beach set for our destination, and we should So we should head westward towards the city of Cyseal. As the mysterious murder, our orders are clear. We have been sent to the city of Cyseal to investigate the murder of Consul Jack. The wizard Arthur will meet us in the city to elaborate on this sorry matter. Okay. Those 2 quests. And the talking statue. We've learned from the diary of a dead man that he jumped off the cliff believing that some whimsical statue had granted him the ability to fly. Now, why in the hell would they do that? And yeah, like I said, little adjustments or corrections I had to make is the city of Cyseal. We are source hunters, which we are looking after sorcerers, which apparently wizards are fine and dandy and okay. Sorcerers are evil. People bent on world domination. Also, with the fact that you make 2 main characters, your characters can have discussions with each other when these markers up here appear overhead. That means there's a conversation to be had with each other. You can agree and disagree with your main partner, and if you both disagree or one has one opinion and the other character has another opinion, it will automatically throw you into rock, paper, scissors to determine on reason, charm, and intimidation, and whoever wins the rock, paper, scissors gets to is what decides who is making the decision in that dialogue. So, start with our first conversation.
Can you believe this? The man jumped off a cliff at the behest of some statues, of all things.
Option 1. Well, great deeds require the occasional leap of faith. I myself might have done the same. Or number 2, pure madness. How could someone be utterly naive? I'm going to say pure madness, because that's crazy. A statue telling him that he can give him the ability to fly. No, that's just
Pure madness.
That's just retarded.
How could someone be so utterly naive?
Option 1, agreed. Call me spectacle, but a little proof goes a long way for the rational mind. Or 2, Rivellon is no stranger to the supernatural. He might as well have flown into the sunset and looked down at us cynics laughing. Which, Rivellon is going through some deep stuff with the undead rolling around. The counts are being killed, and everyone thinks it's Source that's doing it. So let's go with number 2.
Rivellon is no stranger to the supernatural. He might well have flown into the sunset and looked down at us cynics laughing.
And I got romantic, and Cheyenne got romantic, which, ooh, if you hit C, I was trying to hit the character thing, but if you hit C, you go into sneak mode. Traits. Making difficult conversation decisions with NPCs and party members, and reading books and doing specific things will give you traits, which I got pro-magnet, which having that trait, my crafting's increase, and then if you get romantic, your lucky charm is increased, which lucky charm gives us a higher chance of finding magical items. So if we look in here, lucky charm will pop up, and we'll find more. We'll have increased better chance of finding more gold and other items and things, or higher tier weapons and armor. All right, so let's continue moving on. Let's go up the stairs, heading to Cyseal. Oh, our first battle.
Take the stone to the temple.
Actually,
Easy to crush.
let me take.
Stop it, you here, or I'll box your ear.
I saw you.
Arise, fair dead. Seize upon our enemies.
Sorry, I might have cut that dialogue a little short because I had to turn the voice volume up because I could barely even hear myself. Oh, and this mysterious leader has summoned some skeletons, some cursed servants, and a cursed lieutenant. So this is how the combat is run. We get action points which each character has a maximum depending on their level and how they're built. Cheyenne is a cleric, so she's going to focus on healing and melee attacks, as well as I am. We're going to go ahead and cast Encourage. And then we're going to go ahead and move her up a fair bit, and we shall end her turn. I'm going to go ahead and cast Flare. See if we can take out this cursed servant in one shot. Boom! Ooh, almost, and he is warm. I'll go ahead and end my turn and let them do their moves. It took quite a bit of damage there. We absorbed 2 of the damage, which ain't bad. Go ahead and make Cheyenne regularly attack for 4 action points in the skull on the skeleton and kills him. We'll go ahead and do it again on this one. I'm going to go ahead and attack him with our regular ability. And then I want to use Crushing Fist on the Cursed Lieutenant, and hopefully we can knock him down. Ooh. And we got him. Cha-ching. He's knocked down, and he ain't going to do much. He's knocked down, so he's going to miss a turn. Go ahead and cast Cure Wounds on me. Puts me back to full health. Go ahead and move up, get closer to him. Don't have enough action points to do attack. Our melee attack is 3 action points, so we'll just skip our turn. The Holy Hand Grenade will definitely heal everyone in a 5.0 M radius. Oh my god, that is pretty badass. I like that. But she's too far away, so we'll end her turn. Go ahead and cast Flare on him.
Burn for me.
That would do 13 damage, and then we'll... Ooh, we don't have enough. Well, that's a shame. Ooh, he's gonna stab us with a damn dagger. Cheyenne has enough skill points to be able to move and hit him with her melee, her club, and finish with a killing blow on him. And that is our first battle.
Their leader said something about escaping with a stone.
Stolen from this dungeon, I imagine. Can we get inside?
We have another conversation. They dropped some items. We got bow and some gold. And let's do this conversation.
Were more than petty criminals. Their leader gave life to the dead. What stone could they have been so keen on taking?
Our orders say to report to our contact in Cyseal, not to waste precious time outside the city walls. Or we can't well turn away from such an obvious show of source. Let's investigate the tomb and see what answers it might reveal. Yeah, let's go with the
well turn
cave.
Away from such an odious show of source.
Or the tomb.
Let's investigate the tomb and see what answers it might reveal.
I'm going to go ahead and automatically go with indeed. For all we know, these dark-dealing thieves may be involved with the Counselor Jack's murder.
For all we know, these dark-dealing thieves may be involved with Counselor Jake's murder.
We both got independent, which, darn it, I did it again. I hit the C button. Independent is, if you have independent trait, willpower is increased by 1, and obedience, you receive willpower bonus whenever a character with leadership is in sight. So, we are supposed to follow our master's orders, but there's nothing wrong with investigating a tomb, ancient stone gate. But unfortunately, everybody, that is all the time I have for today's episode. Thank you all for watching and joining me today. Don't forget to leave me a comment, and I will see you all in the next episode, and I will see the next episode of Divinity Original Sin. See you guys later. Bye.